to another episode of Girls in the Grandstand. This week we said goodbye to everything European and we was in Singapore. So what did we all think of the race?
I thought it was quite a good race.
Yeah, it was quite boring at the beginning, and I thought, oh, is this going to be another boring race? But then as we got into it, it got more exciting, and I really enjoyed it.
The end of that race was
Oh my God. I want that like every week.
I was at the edge of my seat saying, no, Mercedes, go away. Leave me alone.
Stay back there.
Probably the most exciting thing to like happen all season was just and I did think at the start I thought, well, you never know how it's going to go, and then it got really boring, and then oh my God, it was so good to watch the end.
Yeah,
that's the thing with street circuits. It can either be, quite boring, or it can be action filled because of the the crashes and incidents and stuff like that. And I think the start of it, you're thinking, oh, is this going to be a typical boring street race? But I think in the end it definitely wasn't.
No, not at all.
It always comes down to strategies with tires and things here, and I think Mercedes, if they had just a couple more laps, it would have been their race. I was absolutely screaming at my TV as usual when McLaren didn't pit Lando. But what did you do? I was so scared, but he held on.
Do you think? I think if him and Carlos would have pitted and came out ahead of Mercedes, I think Lando could have won.
Yeah,
the race.
Yeah,
he was so close.
He was so close to becoming first, but
and then I just thought at the end, I thought, God, all it's going to take. I mean, I was happy that Carlos won, but I thought just go wide at any point, and Lando just goes through, and it's his race to win. And I honestly thought he might do it.
I mean, he was close, but then Carlos was playing a very clever game with his DRS there. So you don't really know if Carlos did just have that extra pace where he could have just pulled away from Lando at any point. But we won't ever know that. I thought it was clever racing from Carlos.
I did like him helping Lando out.
Yeah, that was very sweet of him.
It was so good after the podium, like their hug, and just it was great. We missed a bit of Car Lando.
Yeah, definitely. It was so Lando was so proud of him on the podium.
Yeah.
It was I was very, and finally a non-Red Bull win.
I know.
I was so shocked when I didn't hear the Australian anthem. I was just like, okay, let's go.
I don't know any other anthem.
This feels wrong.
It was I don't think any of us could have. I think we all predicted that it was going to be a fully Red Bull winning season, but they just weren't there this weekend, were they? That car?
No,
I don't know what was wrong with that car this weekend, but it was just not working around this track, and it's such a surprise considering how well we've done this season as well, for it to not be getting up there.
Definitely.
How dominant their car's been as well at every other track, and then all of a sudden it's such a big drop off. It makes you think what else is going on there, like, because it just seemed like they weren't just a little bit behind. They were sort of last at the back of the top. I mean, obviously Max ended up finishing fifth still, which but qualifying wise they weren't even in Q3.
No, it was a shock, like you say, when they, every season every race they're so dominant to just not doing anything. But it's probably just a blip. I don't think
they'll be back in Japan, right up there.
Pretty confident in his interview that Japan they'll be back to normal. So
we had one exciting race.
Yeah, that's it.
It's better than none.
Yeah. I think that's like. That is the only way that anybody else is going to stand a chance of winning anything is when. And it's got to be somewhere where Max can't overtake, because if he could overtake, he would have.
Yeah.
This was everyone's perfect opportunity to win a race this season, and Carlos is the one that took advantage of that and got his win. But I think for the rest of the season it'll be business as usual.
Yeah. It was surprising, to be honest, for Ferrari because, you know, I mean, they qualify well, but when it comes to race day, they're always they always mess it up somehow. So I was very surprised that like they got it right this time.
Yeah, I think Charles got a bit screwed over in the first sort of pit stop phase because they double stacked, and you know, he after the safety car he sort of had to really slam on his brakes. He was nearly right up the back of Lando, wasn't he, and lost a couple of places there. So I think it could have gone a bit better for Charles, but overall I it's got to say it's a pretty decent weekend for Ferrari.
Yeah.
With Ferrari standards.
Yeah.
Again, next week it'll be business as usual for them.
Yeah. Tyres not ready.
Yeah.
I
know I thought that when they were double stacking, I thought, oh God, please have all.
Stop the tyres
Be
there,
ready.
please.
Have all the tyres out.
It always makes me back. I think, I suppose that was in a good way good for McLaren that Oscar wasn't up there, unfortunately, in qualifying because of Stroll's big crash. It's good, all right. But yeah, he did get up there in the points, so happy day for me. Double McLaren points. And podium.
Poor George.
I felt so bad for him in his interview though. Like he was generally like tearing up. And in Ted's notebook as well, he was saying that he was just walking around with sunglasses on, he wouldn't speak to anybody. It must be absolutely soul destroying.
On the last lap to bin it like that and just not even finish the race is
And we've got to say he was the better of the Mercedes this weekend. So yeah. A shame. I mean, I don't think we make it a secret that we're not really a George fan, but I did feel I didn't feel so bad at the time because I thought, right, we're safe now.
Lando's done it.
But seeing his like interviews and stuff, like it must be to go, you know, for the chance of, if like you say, if he would have had a few more laps, he could have potentially won that race. To then just bin it at the last minute it can't be a nice feeling. So I did feel kind of bad for him afterwards, not at the time. Like, get it, yes.
Lando's really, he didn't do the same thing because he clipped the same bit of wall.
Yeah. Oh God, that would have been really sad. Really sad.
I would have
God.
Turned the TV off.
I would have switched off at that point.
It's podcast today.
I'm not doing it. Talking about it. Didn't happen.
The race didn't happen. Yeah.
But they were talking on some of the coverage about Russia 2021, and I still can't just listen to anything about that because it makes me really sad.
Yeah, I kept hearing that and I was like, can we stop bringing it up now, please? I don't want to relive the pain.
2021 was in the past. Let's keep talking about it.
It didn't exist.
That's it. Get
another good weekend for Liam.
Yeah, actually, it's absolutely criminal if no one gives him a seat next year.
It really is.
I don't think he's going to get one. No. I think a lot of Lawson fans have come to terms with the fact that no one's good. Williams aren't the kind of team to get rid of a rookie. They aren't going to get Luke Logan. Yuki and Dan are going to be at AlphaTauri. He's going to be on the sidelines again. In my opinion, he's done the best he possibly can. So going to be a waiting game to see if anyone leaves anywhere or what happens with AlphaTauri. Not next year, but the year after, because obviously they're not going to be part of Red Bull anymore. So we'll see, but there's not much else he can do right now. So.
No, I think he's done more as a rookie than pretty much, apart from Oscar, from the rest of the rookies that we've had, and also, sorry to say, more than Yuki in that car. And
he's only like 1 point off Yuki in the standings, and he's only done 3 races.
Yeah, I just really think that he should be getting that seat next season.
I couldn't agree more on that.
Unfortunately, we're not part of F1 and we don't have the decisions.
We should.
Oh, if we did. Yeah, we should.
We should be. We need to save some money and we need to bring our own team in.
Yeah, make our own.
Yeah, let's just do it.
For us. Just to think how much that cost.
Oh God, millions.
Sell all my items and everything. That probably won't even put in what we needed.
No.
Yeah, he does deserve a seat.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't seem Williams weren't really up there this weekend like they have been, unfortunately. Seems like this is a place that hasn't really suited them as well.
No.
Not as fast, there's not as many straights, it's more twisty.
Yeah.
The tracks that have a bit more speed to them suits their car a bit better.
Suits Alex anyway.
Yeah, just Alex.
Let's be honest. What's obviously that crash with Stroll was pretty bad, and we are okay. Well, do you think if his dad didn't own the team, he'd be out?
I think if he'd owned the team, he might have been out 1 or 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
If I'm perfectly honest with you. Yeah. One of them, isn't he?
It's always going to be there.
Yeah. Whilst his dad's there, I think he's safe.
Exactly. But I don't know. I think there was rumours going around that he was talking about being a tennis player instead, but
I don't know where that came from.
I have no idea.
Don't think you just change your career like
that.
Yeah. Just I've had enough of being an F1 driver. I'm gonna go play tennis instead. A little bit of a difference.
Just a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was a good race all around.
Yeah, enjoyed that one.
I did enjoy it. Yeah, Japan. One of my circuits.
It's an early one for us.
Oh, I've already done that this season. I've already done Suzuka once this season.
I'm not an early fan. But at least we live in Europe, so we are quite lucky.
Yeah.
We only have, I think, is it 2 or 3 early race? I think it's 3 this season, isn't it? With the addition of Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, so we are quite lucky in that sense. But yeah.
6 o'clock race.
One of those where you drag yourself out of bed with your quilt onto the sofa.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching the build up. Nobody's getting up at 4:30.
No, if you're out, then you're a bit mental.
Yeah. What?
I said there's probably some people that get up.
There probably is.
Well,
not me. I'll be up at 5 to 6.
Yeah, definitely 5 to 6. Downstairs. Well, actually, we have to be up early on Sunday anyway, don't we, Kay? So
yeah, I'm not even going to get to watch I'll be able to watch the start, and then that's kind of it.
Oh,
because I'll be
driving.
It's a long journey. I'm hoping it's not raining.
Oh God.
Can't afford to write anymore, can't I?
You'll be fine. It wasn't your fault.
True. This one wasn't. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. At least I get to watch the start, and then we'll see.
I do like Suzuka.
Yeah, it's a really good track. I really enjoyed watching it this year. I think it'll be good to see Liam in an F1 car around this circuit, considering he's already driven around it once. What's he going to be like in an actual F1 car in it now? So it's his last chance to shine, because I reckon Dan's going to be back for the next race. So I think this is his last chance to prove, which
give me a seat.
Yeah, someone just give him a seat, please.
Yeah, I think, like you said, he's got some experience here, hasn't he? And, you know, in Singapore, he's not ever been there before. And look at what, you know, he was 9th. I think he has a good chance as long as the car's performing all right for him, because obviously that car isn't the
it's not the greatest. It's not the best car in the grace.
No, not, but you know, hopefully you just someone has to give him a seat.
Yeah. Someone has to.
We will.
Yeah.
And we bring him in next year. Person will sign. But yeah, it should be a good one. I think it should be.
I'm excited for it. Just not the wake up time.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week for our Japan review.
Yes. See you guys then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.